Funny video games. They're hard to make, but apparently someone has gone and done it. There is a game out right now that I'm going to try for the first time, and it is called Thank Goodness You're Here. Published by Panic, the makers of Transmit, a quality FTP client. One of my favorite FTP clients I've ever used, really. You know, it's no cute FTP, but what are you going to do? Paris, you're using Transmit right now? Nice. Nice. Oh boy. I think this is asking me if I'm from Tarn, and I'm either going to say yes or no, and I think I'm going to say no here.
Oh, along the road there lives a guy I'd like you all to know. He grew a great big marrow for the Luton Flower Show. He showed it to a lady who lived just along the way. And when she saw the signs of it, he had to...
You know, I'm not really on a Mac ever anymore, so I don't really get to use Transmit. I had to become a WinSCP guy, which is a quality client, honestly. Blows stuff like FileZilla out of the frickin' water, man. Why have you written the resolutions backwards? Is that like a joke? Is that part of the, hey, check out our funny video game? We wrote 1080 by 1920, you fucking sickos.
Tiny Tums, Tiny Pies. You simply won't get tinier.
Peens. Not quite peas, not quite beans, but something special in betweens.
Barbara, get the big plates out.
Oh, Nigel.
Give your wife the best. Give her Big Ron's big pies.
Come on down to Watch's Bed Hall, where we have an ample variety. So give us
Bammy Bazzers, Buttery Nubs. Bammy Bazzers, Buttery Nubs. Bammy Bazzers, Buttery Nubs. Bammy Bazzers, Buttery Nubs.
Mm-hmm.
Family. Romance. Pit. Visit Bandsworth. It's rate good.
So that's Bandsworth. Strange place, I know, but they need what we're selling, see? I've got you a meeting with the Lord Mayor today, so don't miss that bus. Are you listening? Get going!
Something about the quality of the voice recordings here
What are you
that...
still doing here, boy? Get out!
Sometimes a game sounds like... Sometimes voices in a game sound like someone recording voices in a game. Like they don't feel like they're placed in the world properly or something. Or there's just a little bit of... Like there's a certain quality to them that just doesn't sound like it should. Yeah, it's a lack of reverb. It's like they don't feel like they're in the space. Okay, so we got a...
Bandsworth awaits, boy! Carol, I'm going to need another top up of the letter. Yes, it's happened again. Good grief, lad. The front door's right there. We're 10 stories up for crying out loud.
If I had picked the other option at the start, would the accents be better?
What a
Was that the choice? Was how much?
What's the what, man? It must be
I love the style of this, though.
It's got shade of colour. It's nice and round and fat. You have the tall tomato, but always big as that. Oh, what a beauty. Oh, I've never seen one as big as that before. What's the what, man? It must be 18 inches long or more. It's got shade of colour. It's nice and round and fat. You have the tall tomato, but always big as that. Oh, what a beauty. I've never seen one as big as this before.
I'm sorry, love. Mr. Mayor's in a meeting, and he won't be free for another few hours yet. But if you just sit there, I'll let you know when he's ready. All right, love.
I like that I'm this little man. And the extent of my interactions seem to be punching things. Also, you can do a jump punch. There's a lot happening here. You can cancel your jump by punching something. Oh, okay. I can walk up and down now. This changes everything. You never want to do, yeah, you never want to do your combo ender. Because you can just keep him stunned.
Morning, little fella. Nice to have you around. Oof, ee, ooh, oof.
Just walking around fucking shit up. Oh, good.
Thank goodness you're here.
Oh, hey.
I
What's the name of the
spied
game?
shiny tuppence down this here runoff. But more fool me, my arm has become trapped. Ooh. Perhaps you might see about sourcing some lubrication, that I might slip free. Ooh, over here.
Morning. Council tax all paid.
Gotta find some lube. Everything gets just a little wrinkled up when you punch it. It's like you're kind of denting stuff up, sort of. Ah, Dr. Bum Bum.
How do you do, young man? Almost done, and then I can finally get home to my puzzles. I love puzzles. No chance of any of them round here, though.
It's a satisfying interaction, for sure.
Just the man I need. The mayor's asked me to clean up this little rose garden. You can start by getting on that mower.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm still in control. The cop in the police box did not say, "What's all this then?" So, you know. So what are we even doing, man? It's a good long setup. Yep. Okay.
I love you. I love you. Oh no.
Nice firm grip on that mower, lad. I tell you, Reggie's wife could learn a thing or two.
What?
That is a fine statement. My wife could learn a thing or two.
All right. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, I guess no breakfast for me. Typical. I never get my way. Oof, oof, ooh, ah, ee, ah, oof, ah, oh, ah, ee, oof, oof.
Okay, let's see if the...
Oh no. What a dolt. I'm sorry, mister. We're not open at the moment.
Because this dolt has lost my keys. And now we've got to wait for that useless locksmith.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Meg. What am I like?
Colin, you are the most work-shy fop I've ever had the misfortune to employ.
Ooh, ooh. What is that? Ooh, 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 oh, silly me.
Look at it, the problem with chicken.
Problem with chicken. It's good. It's good. It's real good.
Somewhere. Oh. Somewhere.
Poor
All right,
Charlie.
give it a
I hope
tug.
he gets that tuppence.
Ooh.
Oh dear. Oh, ooh.
I need something greasy to slip me out of here.
Let's see. Is there anything? Oh, we're just locked out of there now, huh? Oh, presumably this is the locksmith's bike, so we have to go get him out of the bar. I'm sorry, pub.
Now then, Larry. How about a cobbler's pint, eh?
What's a cobbler's pint then?
It's like a normal pint. But I take you both my shoes off.
I'd love to, Ronnie, but the beer's coming out all flat.
Flat? Well,
I didn't realize. I thought this was a full cutscene, and I did not realize that my tiny man was
Slim
here.
chance of that. I don't.
I love my tiny man. Look at this.
You can't get downstairs in your own blinking public house.
Well, Florence normally does it, but she's off today.
Good grief.
While you're down there, lad, give those barrels a shake up, won't you? Hey, looking good up here.
Okay, sure.
Ah, nothing like a nice wet pint to start the day. Every morning I wake up, can of lager, then I do a big wee.
Uh-huh.
Then I get out of bed and go downstairs for my morning pint.
And then I get out of bed.
You know, you need steady
very good.
hands to be a locksmith.
I don't know if popping these bubbles is doing anything, but I'm doing it just the same.
Ah, Larry, you were just talking about my morning pint. I think I'll take it now, please.
Right you are, Ronnie. Another morning pint coming up. You working today then, fella?
Yes. In fact, I'm supposed to be at Meg's already, I think. I'll be back in a moment for my morning pint.
Oh, what's he like, eh? Come on then, let's pour you a pint and all. On the house. That Ronnie's a character. He'll be back later, I reckon.
Oh, I did this again. I did not.
There you are, lad.
It's pretty good. Pie boy. Good knuckle tats.
One small with big ass. It's no use.
Yeah, all right. It's real good. It's real good.
Thanks for fetching that, Ronnie lad. I'd offer you a pasty, but we've now cooked yet. Help yourself to out front back, though.
It's a good mop. Ooh, porky knobs.
Golly! What on earth are you doing with that mop, boy?
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, Mrs. Meg. My mum's got me back on the mercury again.
Give me strength.
Milk next to flour never sours.
Oh, you found me. I'm the fridge stoat, and I'm awfully frigid. Ah, no, I jest. I'm actually the town vole, if you catch my meaning.
Milk near an egg, also fine. Oh, yeah. Here's that lube we were looking for.
Ooh, hello.
It's a great spot for a little tiptoe through the tulips.
Tug-a-roo. Grab a hold of my forearm. On my mark.
Oh, and see, now the other arm's too slippery.
2, 1. Go.
Oh.
Ooh. What's this? 'Twas nary a tuppence. 'Twas a threepence. Pray tell, young threepence, where best to spend ye? What ho, what luck? A wishing well. Godspeed, young threepence.
Oh, you turnip.
In for a penny.
This is really great. This is really great. Just pacing, timing, like the everything about this is incredible. This is incredibly well done.
How queer. There it is noon and all asunder. Eh, ee, ooh, ee, ooh, ooh, ah, ha, ha, oof, ooh, ha, ha, eh, ooh, ee, ah, ee, oof.
Oh, ee.
So that was, I don't, oh,
I've never seen a hole as big as that before. My wife could do anything or two.
yeah. Yep. It's good when you see it coming, too. Like, yep, he's gonna say the thing.
Do you think it'll work this time, Jasper? Oh dear.
Ugh, it's no use, Marge. I don't think this thing's worked in quite a while. How have you been cooking fish and chips all this time?
Oh, I just do a cold fry, usually. Whoa.
Hang on a wee minute. Where's my blinking spanner? Oh, don't tell me it's been pinched again. It'll be that senile old fishmonger Bish down at the market. You better get down there and find it, or it'll be cold chips till the cows come home. Now then, Marge, about my payment.
Oh, well, it looks like there's no money until...
No, I'm not
10 bob
doing it
for a
like
fish and
that
chips.
again.
10 bob
I
for a
didn't
fish or
walk
chips.
right for a
10
week
bob for a
last
can of pop.
time, and that vinegar smell's only just washed out.
Suit yourself.
Keep both toes on the brake, hands at 7:30, and ever so gently, put your best foot forward. Oh, that's okay. I couldn't get it quite right my first 48 times either. It's nothing like walking this.
Okay, there's nothing over this way. Right? Okay. The farm. Bumberly Close.
I'm looking for tits. Or finches. I'm not fussy. Oh. Oh. Oh.
High on price, low on quality. Yeah.
Ah, thank goodness you're here. If you're looking for something to do, that middle aisle is your right state. Can you straighten it up for us?
2 for 1, 3 for 2, 1 for all, buckle my shoe. Oh, I don't know. Medical move.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yep, did it. The idea that you're just this tiny man in a shirt and tie, and that sometimes when you walk into an area, people just go, "Oh, thank goodness you're here." Like, yeah.
Clocking off, are you?
Oh. Oh, knocking on my door, is it?
Hey, I'm in the bath.
Council says we've got to get these dogs buried by end of day. That's just what we call laying pipes, which is what we call shagging. Hey, oi, oi,
Sure.
hey.
No dogging. Come on. My rights are being infringed.
Hello there. I've got a sausage here. Would you like it? Here you go. Ah, I've dropped it. That's okay. I've got another. Ah, I've dropped it again. It's all right. I've got some more inside. Back in a mo.
This is very good.
What have we got here then? A toad and the owl. Don't worry, little fella. I'll pop you down the apples and pears in a jiffy.
Ah, a fine mess. Don't bother there, young man. Help yourself to some scrambled bread on your way out. I better get a dustpan and brush.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. I've been sucking this pipe all
It's a
morning.
good-
I haven't got
it's a
the
good
drop
bit.
out of it. Little Tom Anther here's and he crossed it over. We need to dampen that topsoil pronto.
Come on, get in, Turpentine. Now, LD. Hello, I'm a worm.
Maybe should have listened to what the worm had to say. Oh well. Liminal spaces may be less engaging than they appear. Yeah, that's yep.
If I had a fish in a barrel, had a cod in a box, if I had a crab in my water.
Oh, I spilled the white shite.
Thank goodness you're here, lad. This store's a right mess. Give us an hand setting it up, won't you? I'd do it myself, but me gout's playing up.
Oh, a fine scene.
Jasper, I've no idea how that got there.
Aye, pull the other one. Passing off my spanner as a stiff kipper, is it?
But we've been friends for 40 years. Why on earth would I betray your trust now?
Why don't you spare me the excuses, you fat trout? I'm taking this back to my toolbox.
I like that
where
you
it
find it
belongs.
and don't have to bring it to the guy because he just fucking pops out and he's just right there.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Well, is this everything I need to do here? Did I put... Alright, looks nice. And he busted an opening for
There you
him.
go, you little layabout.
Have you heard about Big Ron's?
What's he done?
No pies.
No pies?
I know, that's what I said, I know. On a Thursday morning, no less.
On a Thursday morning. What you gonna do?
Well, I don't know, but I'd eat pie for tea.
Oh, of course you do. Why don't you ask out Beverly to make you one?
Oh, I suppose we do with that jar of mustard that needs using.
Well, there you go then. I'll be round at 6.
Well, you're not invited.
From Fizzy Pop to Seaside Rock, come down to Scott's. He's got the lot. That's it, yeah.
Can I help?
Good.
Hello?
Very
There we go.
handsome, my
I was
dog.
gonna say I was stuck.
Such a good boy. Oof, oof.
Big pies, tiny pies. All I need is my burger. Ooh.
So true. You know, like a really good attention to detail and just like...
A thick rope of wire. Ah, a horseshoe.
Also just really looks like you're walking around and smacking people on the ass, you know? And I'm all for it.
Oh, my big bag.
Dregs Benedict. A crust sarnie.
What a mess. I can't run through that, can I? Oh, hey, hey, ah.
Computer viruses installed while you wait.
Blooming, you've really set him off now, haven't you?
Well, what? It is big.
Well, you didn't have to say it like that.
Shouldn't be so soft about it. I've got a big tour. They don't see me chucking bananas.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Wanted for crime.
Lad! Oh, my goodness, you're here! You better get yourself in here, now! Ooh, come on, come on, come on! Ooh, you've come just in the nick of time! I came in as usual, opened up shop, counted till, went to make my first pie
Till,
of the day,
hmm?
and then I realised we've no meat! I can't make a pie without meat! It's the second most important ingredient! Ooh, I hate to say it, but you'll have to get down to Sam's Hams and pick us up some of his steaks. Oh, a sorry state indeed. Florence! Get that oven warmed up for when this young man comes back.
Yes, of course, Mr. One. Right away.
Come on then, lad, let's be having you.
I do remember seeing a place that said that they had steak. Ooh, fun balls. Ooh, DVDs. Y'all got bootleg DVDs?
No breakfast, and now no lunch. Oh, I guess I will just starve. Oof, ah, ooh, ah, oof, ooh, ah, ee.
Yu-Gi-Oh-er. It's 10 bob. Man, I could have walked down that alley a minute ago.
Ooh, no fights on Tuesdays.
It's a good soundtrack. Oh, here.
Oh, Billy, I knew you'd do this. Nah, ee. Ooh, ow. Nah, nah, nah. Nah. Nah.
Cracky, look at the size of this lad's marrow. Says here that tomatoes are a fruit.
Good.
Looks like we didn't need that hose after all, lad. Righto, all we need now is fertilizer. I reckon Roger will
I smell quail. Oh,
fuck.
'Twas but a tomato. Ooh, awful me. Dirty love, Herbert, dirty love.
Let's get down there and see if we can squeeze one out of him. Oh,
Hey, Bez, there's some really good looking fish in here. That one's got a nice set of teeth. I hope
Ah,
we
the
get some of
dinglewoo.
theirs. I'm
The most
starving.
invasive and hostile flora. If even slightly
Well, please,
agitated,
since I've
it
been
will
chewing up
burst and
some
scatter
of
the
the
sea.
railings this morning.
Fortunately, I've caught this one before it could do any damage.
Okay.
There's some nice
Never
ones
touch a
in here
dingleweed with the
today.
open palm. They are dangerously virile. Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Thought I was going to launch myself out of a toaster. Got all excited.
Can't seem to understand it. I pick up all the litter and I put it in a bag. And then, next thing I know, it's blooming everywhere. I'll never make puzzle night at this rate. Still, I do love litter. Oh, oh, oh.
Okay, we made it to the other side of the sandwich guy.
I'm boiling the kettle.
Oh, hello there, young man. Thank goodness you're here. My drain pipes are all blocked up over there, and I need them cleaning out. Won't you give it a go? Great job!
They'll be here any minute.
It's only Nancy's new bloody boyfriend. She's got a new one every week.
All right, it'll be nice to have a proper sit-down tea.
I'd rather have a sit-down wee.
Oh, behave.
Okay, so here's the butter store. Where is Sam's Hams? I know we saw it bring back asbestos. It's very good.
Bring back asbestos.
Yep.
It's fine. You are being lied to. Hey, ooh, hey, ooh, ooh.
Well, we might have to leave it here. Is this door open again? Is there like a second part to it? No? It's just a really good interface for goofs, you know?
Hey, oh, it's happened again. Me pasty pop. Meg, what's all this? Oh, hey, oh, hey.
At least someone said, "What's all this?"
Quick kick. That's kick then. Kick.
This guy just like my... Like cut from the same cloth. He's just walking around kicking stuff. I'm walking around punching stuff.
So, I was watching the television last night. The numbers were getting higher and higher. The programming more and more irreverent. I was almost entrapped by the telly shopping. A long-form piece about a wet and dry vacuum cleaner almost caught my eye. But then I happened upon the strangest of things. An entire television channel dedicated to women on the phone. Of course, I dialed in immediately, and the operator connected me to the most enchanting lady, Chantal. We spoke for hours of Tolstoy, and of Dickens, and of Tchaikovsky, and of course, anatomy. And see, that's why I needed your credit card details, Larry.
Right, Ronnie. For the telly ladies.
Yeah, that's right, Harry. That was for a night of mutual pleasure.
Right you are, Ronnie.
Now, about my tap. I won't be paying it. I need all of that money for the wet and dry vacuum. I wonder, Larry, just how wet can we get it?
This is awesome. This is really fantastic. I like the license to serve minors from the landlord there in the back as well. Probably nothing to do here other than do this again, but... Alright, I've had enough. For now, anyway. That's really great. That's really great. I'm enchanted. $17 right now with its launch sale. That game is called Thank Goodness You're Here. Just charming and genuinely funny, you know? Like I said, it's like I always say, it's like a hard thing to pull off, right? Humor in games. But that's a very good, you know, they've built they've built a joke machine. You walk up to it, you hit the button on it, and the jokes come out. And it's not necessarily like they control the pacing of all the conversations so that they can work on the comedic timing and make sure that that is exactly what it needs to be. And they've made a thing that is extremely good at doing that. And it's super funny. That's a great time. What a cool fucking thing, man. There was a Monty Python video game. Came out as a DOS game, and you know, I think it came out for some other computers there. It's terrible. It's mostly a shooter, or like large parts of it are just like a scrolling shooter, but you're, you know, a fish with the head of I forget the name of the characters, but the head on it, and you go around and they fill it with, you know, it's like they're trying to capture the spirit of Monty Python, and they don't, you know, there's some randomness in it. You know, it's like you happen upon a thing and it's like, oh, there's this Bigfoot and there's this, and, you know, like little bits and pieces of it that, like, for its time wasn't bad. Well, you know, within the limitations, you know, it wasn't awful, but the part where you are playing it and shooting and moving around and whatever else is really rotten. It's a really rotten product, and doesn't really tap into that style of. It doesn't really tap into the style of comedy. If anything, it's more like the animated portions of the, you know, like the Terry Gilliam, or like the animated portions of Monty Python is really more of what it captures. There's something similar to this, and not just because it's British, right? It's not, you know, but there's something similar to this in that there is something absurdist about it, where you are suddenly going through pipes and coming out the other end and just like picking up a conversation, and like there's different aspects of this that actually do remind me of that game, which is sort of weird. The difference being that game is bad and this one is good. Reminds you a little bit of jazz punk. Sure. I guess. Yeah, sort of. Yeah. But like, this is just rapid fire. Like, it is dropping you into these different situations over and over again of just like, all right, now you're in the middle of this. Now you're in the middle of this. Like, it keeps going. And it gives a lot of, it trusts the player. It's not putting big arrows on the screen. Here you are. Like, there are situations where nothing will happen until you hit the jump button or until you walk onto screen. And so you're kind of, they don't directly instruct you of that. So you're like forced to go like, oh, let's move the thing. Oh, okay. All right. That's where I was the entire time. And it's interesting that way. A lot of games don't do that. They're a little more hand-holdy. But yeah, that's really fantastic. That's like I said, I think that'll be $20 once it's off of its launch sale. But that's a very wonderful little thing. I wonder how long that is. Let's look at the achievements and see. I got 5 of 32 achievements, so hopefully that means there's a lot more to this. Huh. Very cool. Well, that's going to do it for me here. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'm going to get going. I'll be back on Friday. We will rank some 8-bit Nintendo games. As always, you can sign up over at patreon.com/Jeff Gerstmann and, back the broadcast. Keep it coming. All summer long. School starts next week. Bizarre. Anyway, I'm going to get going. Have yourselves a good one. Take care of yourselves.